Okay, so you've probably clicked on this video because you have an app idea, but you don't know the steps to take so that you can go from idea to app that you can share to your friends and potential customers. So I'm going to take all my knowledge building multiple apps, working in startups, and condense it down into this step-by-step framework that you can follow, because we live in a world now where it doesn't take thousands of dollars to make an app. This 9-step framework that I've made lays out all the steps you need to make an app for free in less than an hour. I'm going to give you free access to both this Figma framework and the Notion template with all the different prompts that you need, and you can follow it step by step. So in 30 to 60 minutes, you're going to have a functioning app. Okay, the way I'm going to structure this video is by going through a live example step by step, following each of these different sequences and building my own app from scratch, just from a raw idea, the exact same way that you will as well. So the way you start is you're going to land on this Figma page. You're going to start here. You're going to click the link to the template and it's going to take you to this page. Now, what you want to do is after landing on this, in the top right corner, there's a duplication button. You're just going to click that and now it's copied it to your workspace in Notion. If you don't use Notion and use Google Docs or something, you can just copy and paste the whole thing in and that'll work just fine as well. Okay, now we kick it off. So you've copied your idea. My idea is an app called Win My 20s app idea. Now, you don't even need to watch this video. This Notion doc is so detailed, you can follow it step by step and it'll guide you the way. But this video just helps for context and giving a live example. So I've just gone through how to use by duplicating and following the steps. Now we get into the tools and the setup. The first step is to pick an AI tool that you want to use for these prompts. You can use ChatGPT, Google, Claude, Grok, DeepSeek, preferably one of the ones with reasoning. Now, for this example, I'm going to use ChatGPT 04 Mini High. You can use 04 Mini or you can use 03. They'll both work. If you do have premium, using the best models will work the best. Next, we need to choose the no-code tool that we're going to use to build the app. Now, I think the best example to follow for this one, if it's your first time, is to just use V0. It makes it so easy to fly through, go with the prompts, and deploy and have something to share to your friends. So the link for all of these tools is in this Notion template. We have V0, Lovable, Bolt, and Replit. This is the one I'm recommending for beginners, and also Lovable is really good for beginners. They just came out with a new update and it's insane. As you can see, they all do the same thing. There's a prompt in the middle and that's to build your app. But the problem you face is if you just put in your idea here, I have this idea and you only do a couple sentences, it will be something random, it won't look good, it won't have a user journey. The goal of these tools is to build it. You need to actually flesh out the user journey, the design, the ethos, what features it actually has. These tools are great for turning your ideas into something you can show someone. We're starting by fleshing out the ideas in the first few phases of this sequence. Next is the way we're going to deploy it so we can share it to our friends. When you do V0, that's what I mean for beginners. You can just click deploy in the top right corner and it's unbelievably easy. But the other options, Lovable, Bolt, and Replit, all have one-click deployment as well. It makes it super simple for beginners to start. There's a few other tools as well. There's this Chrome extension called Go Full Page. It's free and it's a great way to screenshot competitors' examples and their websites. You can optionally use Figma if you have design skills and want to design it yourself and you're just focusing on the building. And then there's an extra tool as well which can help you turn websites into a Figma design. For duplicating a competitor's website and then being able to customize that in Figma is really cool as well. And there's a few other links to get inspiration for designs and UI and UX. Okay, now we actually move into starting it. When you look at the Figma, this helps you think about it step by step and exactly what you need to do and the tools you need to use and how the prompting sequence will work. So think about these different steps as expert assistants to help with one really specific thing. That's the whole point of the prompts. Okay, so now we're going to start by putting our raw idea in. Okay, so my idea is for people in their 20s to be able to simulate their life. And so I've just wrote that down here, an app to help people in their 20s. You onboard users with a bunch of questions and they go to a dashboard. They can add their bank statements, ChatGPT history, location, age. So I've just put a few of those in. The AI will think of the rest. Just so much data on everything, using all this context in the world that I can get so I can find the most successful people in the world. We can scrape data on their schedule, demographics, where they spent their time, books they read, and so on. Even a feature like picking your 5 favorite people in history you want to be like. Then you can simulate multiple scenarios of big decisions in your life and even an Odyssey plan feature from the Design Your Life course. So this is a combination of random ideas I've had and I've just put those sentences in, super raw, random, and the next step will flesh it out for me. So now we move on to the next step, phase 1. So this is your prompt. Follow the steps here. Use a tool like 04 Mini High. We're going to copy this in. We're going to go to ChatGPT and we're going to paste it. Don't press enter yet. The context is where we need to fill in the previous part that we just did. This is the raw idea. Now I copy this, go to context, and then I just paste it here. And then you click enter. And now it'll do the first step for you. And now you're going to copy that, and you're going to go back here, and see how it says phase 1 output, and you're going to paste. This is a big process of copy and pasting and then just changing it as you go, depending on what the AI does and what you like. Now we're going to go to step 2, do the same process. And my tip here is to start a new chat. Paste, go to previous one, copy, and then paste that idea here. And then we're good. And you're going to do that every step of the way. So you're going to do phase 2, then phase 3, phase 4, which is the design ethos and vibe check. Now, again, you don't have to follow just what the AI does. You can go to phase 4 here and say, I actually want to do these colors, blue, purple, pink, and I really like this font. So this is a mix between how much you actually want to have input into your app. When you get up to phase 5, this is important. You're going to copy this, start a fresh chart, and you're going to do deep research. So on ChatGPT, that button just there with the telescope, that means deep research. Because the whole point of phase 5 is to do deep research into the market. So you're going to find what competitors exist, what they're doing wrong, where there's gaps in the market, what's working right now, and also the UI and the UX of competitors, because they've done the hard work for you. You just have to rip it from them and make it better. Again, you can see here, you're going to paste the outputs of phase 1 through to 4. You're going to click enter. And then when you use ChatGPT for deep research, it doesn't start straight away. It'll ask you a couple questions to get more context. So GPT just asked me to find the most relevant competitors. Could you clarify whether I'm primarily interested in tools for personal life, financial forecasting, productivity, or all-in-one? So what I'm interested in is an all-in-one solution for people in their 20s. Now it's going to start doing deep research. This takes the longest out of all the steps, so you can just go and do something for like 5 or 10 minutes and it'll finish it up. Okay, so the deep research is done. I've just pasted that into Notion now for the prompt 5 output. Now, as you can see, it's this massive long doc of so much context and so much useful information. Now we move on to step 5B. This is where you get more into the visuals, the UI, the UX of competitors and any examples that you just like. So again, these tools that I mentioned before, where you can find examples of other cool UIs. So I could look up like a fintech and it's going to come up with all these cool different dashboards that I like, and I can copy a few of their websites, the UI. Then you can even go to a competitor. So say I go to Stripe. So I go to Stripe and I'm like, damn, I really like this design. I like their whole website. You're going to use that full screen capture tool and it's just going to capture the whole web page as one PNG. Now, this is a really long landing page, so it might even split it into 2. No, it's done it as 1. And then you're going to click download PNG in the top right. And now you've got the file of the whole website. You can do the same for their dashboard or other examples you like. So I've collated them here as some full page examples from the deep research of different tools that already exist and tools that I like. So this Creo website, I really like the design of their landing page. I also really like the design of this website, and I've got a few others there. You can also do some initial screenshots of just random UI elements you found and you like. This was one of the competitors that the deep research found, was this Projection Lab. Okay, now we move on to phase 6, where we're going to take those full page captures and screenshots and we're going to copy this prompt. And this is what's good about O4 Mini High. It has amazing image recognition. And we're going to take all those screenshots that we just added before and drag them into ChatGPT. The context is the screenshots for this. When that loads, you're going to click enter. And now this expert is going to do some deep visual analysis on those UI and UX patterns. So this is the output. It's found layout patterns, colors and typography, visual motives, UI, UX, and so on. You're going to paste that back into Notion. And now we move on to phase 7. Now this is a big one. So this step I've just done, so you can collate all the outputs that you've done so far into one code snippet on Notion. It just makes it easier. Think of it as cleaning up house. So you're going to paste all these outputs, the deep research included, and go to this phase 7A, collate all blueprints. And you're going to paste all of that into one big code snippet. And now we move on to 7B. This is where we consolidate all those steps and prompts that we've just done before into one blueprint that gets it ready for the no-code tool to use. So we're going to copy this in, start a fresh chart, paste that in. Then you're going to go back here, up to 7, press copy on your code snippet with all the outputs, and you're going to paste that in here. And then you're going to click enter. See, if you have premium, this is the best prompt to use in O3 because you want to use the most powerful, because this is the most important prompt. Now it's going to think through and turn this into an amazing blueprint. Okay, great. So now it's come up with the blueprint. We're going to take this and paste it back into Notion as prompt 7 output. And now we move on to actually building it. So after you've selected your favorite no-code tool, so I'm going to use V0 as an example here. V0, I believe, has the most usage capabilities as a free user, because when I use the other ones, I hit the caps really fast without paying. So we go to phase 8, press copy, And now we go to V0 and paste that in. We're gonna now take the output of prompt 7b, copy that, and if it's really long, it'll attach it as a file. So I'm gonna highlight where I should paste it. Okay, so it wasn't that long. Usually it can attach it as a snippet text, which is totally fine, just let it do that. And now you're gonna click enter. And this is the great part. Now you've done all the steps to lay out for the AI no-code tool to build exactly what it should. So it's gonna start thinking and planning out all the different pages it needs to make. The goal of this prompt that I've made is to let these tools build the best thing they possibly can without being distracted and trying to show off, but also build out all the different pages in the full user journey so you have something really good in just one prompt. And as you can see, I'm not doing anything and it's coding up all these different pages and components, and this can usually take quite a while. Okay, so the coding has been done by V0 and this is what we've got. So as you can see, there is no image just there yet, but it's built the landing page before you even land on the SaaS. This is what we want. It's built out all the different aspects that we need for this app idea. So let's go through it. I'm gonna click get started and it's built auth page already for me. I'm gonna do this example and then you can just do any example password when you're in this sandbox mode. Oh my gosh. And now it's built all these connecting data features, which is insane because this is exactly what we were asking for. So I just click connect. Now, when you fully build this out, again, this is a front-end MVP. The goal of this workflow that I've made for you is to build something in the shortest amount of time to get rapid feedback. Because you don't want to put thousands of dollars into actually building the full functionality backend and then figure out, oh, no one wants to buy it. Or ChatGPT just released a feature and it's just going to cook my app. Bro, that's insane though. And then you click continue, then you set your preferences, go to dashboard. And now it's built out a full dashboard with all the different elements I wanted. Oh my gosh, this is insane. I can do simulations, title them, start doing stuff like this, and it changes the graph on the side. I can select my lifestyle when I want to retire, living location, rent type, career. I can choose entrepreneurship as a different career path, my job stability. It's even built the hero paths feature that I requested. So say I select Elon Musk and Bill Gates, I can see their morning, workday, and evening and sleep routines and be able to select these. Oh my gosh. It's even built out the settings for the app. And as you can see, this is just one prompt. Now I can go into this chat box and start customizing it and say, I don't like the color. I don't like the branding. This feature sucks. I want to add this. Okay, now we move on to deployment. So as you can see, when I'm in the V0 dashboard, in the top right, I can click deploy. All I have to do is click deploy, one button, and it's going to start pushing this out and building it. And eventually I'm going to get to a point where I have a link and I can drop that into a Facebook group, WhatsApp group, send it to my friends, make TikTok content about it, and get rapid feedback without any dollars spent in less than 1 hour. And you have conceptualized your idea in a way that was not possible years ago. So we've just followed these steps by prompting, doing deep research, visual analysis, collating all of the outputs into one, and then using our selected tool to build an app. Now, what's great about all these tools is they're all free as well. So I can paste the same prompt in 4 times and see which one does the best. So stuff like V0 was really good at designing. Lovable was great at making an app UI and UX. Replit was great at functionality, and Bolt made some cool components that I couldn't even think of. So as you can see, this is now deployed. I'm going to click visit site, and now I have this link that is shareable to all my friends. Now, I hope this really helps. I know I've shared this on different platforms and it was really quick and hard to explain. So this is a full layout example of me doing a mini build and taking you through the different steps in the Figma, in the Notion. And I want you guys to do this as well. I want you to make your mini builds, create your MVPs, actually make those app ideas you've been thinking of for years, because it's never been easier and these tools will only get better. So I want to give you this Figma and this Notion for free. All you have to do is click the link in the bio and it's going to take you there, and you'll get both emailed straight to your inbox. No cost, no BS, just straight up value so that I can get rapid feedback on what I've built, which is this. I'm literally using the concept of rapid MVP on you guys to show you how to build your own MVP. Thanks for watching.